Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the YouTube Business Academy podcast. Today, we're going to talk about how to start a YouTube Shorts channel for under $5 per video. Now, if this sounds too good to be true, bear with us and we're going to explain exactly how you can get started with a YouTube Shorts channel without showing your face and without making any of the videos yourself. This is something that is sometimes referred to as YouTube automation or YouTube cash cow. If you don't know what that means, don't worry, we're going to explain everything in this podcast. But just an overview, it's basically when you have a team of contractors or freelancers, basically people online that you've never met who are going to be helping you produce these videos for as cheap as $5 per video. If you're wondering, is this a working strategy? Then my business partner, Ron, that is sitting right here across me, has generated over 45 million views using this exact strategy in 50 days and generated over $1.7 thousand. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is that this amount of money was generated during the times when YouTube Shorts didn't have monetization enabled, and it was still the YouTube Shorts fund. So those numbers are from that time period. But moving forward, you should definitely subscribe to this podcast to keep in touch with how the new monetization is going to go and how our YouTube Shorts channels are going to be performing with the new monetization. Moreover, I think it's worth mentioning right now that Ron is actually working on a new channel right now, a new YouTube Shorts channel. It's like a case study. It's going to be fully transparent. Everything is going to be revealed. Basically, Ron has decided to show you guys what's possible, how to start a brand new YouTube Shorts channel. And I think with that in mind,
let's dive right in. With the case study, actually, we've managed to make shorts for $3.50 per video, so it's even less. But like George already said, basically what you do is you hire freelancers through Upwork, Fiverr, onlinejobs.ph, or other freelance platforms. You find good video editors that know what kind of factors are important with a good performing short. Of course, you can still train your freelancers. We'll also cover that later on. But in the end, it's possible to create videos, shorts for less than $5 per video. It depends a little bit on your niche, because you can go different kind of ways with YouTube Shorts. You can do use content that already exists on the internet, basically, and make your own creation out of it. That's a possibility. What you can do is you can make fully custom shorts with a custom voiceover, custom script, completely custom video editing, and maybe even have your video editor film something or screen record something, I don't know. So you can go simple, broad, or more custom. The more custom you go, the more expensive the shorts are, of course. So it depends a little bit what approach you want to have. For $5 per short, you can go do a pretty custom one, basically. Have your own voiceover, have your own script, custom video editing, custom footage. And for around $2 to $3, you most likely will have footage, more basic ones, footage used from, maybe interviews, podcasts, or basically that already exist on the internet, but you give your own unique twist to it.
Don't you feel like that has been overused a lot with the whole snippets from podcasts? Because so many people have been doing it.
Yeah, well, it still works. So the thing is, if you just clip a podcast clip and that's it, and you don't add anything else, then I can get it. But if you maybe just get the voiceover from the podcast and insert your own creative on top of it, it's a completely new video.
Sure.
So it still works, but just don't copy one-on-one blindly. Because a lot of people have been doing it, especially with the Andrew Tate thing. That's how he became so popular, because people were making clips. So it's still possible, but in the end, the YouTube Shorts game is also leveling up. So you also need to spend more time on your shorts, and eventually it will pay off as well.
Because that's how I feel lately. I feel like more and more people have been catching on to this idea that you can just clip things from the podcast, add some subtitles, maybe throw in some images or whatever, right? And then you make an original shorts, and then that should perform. But I feel like the more people are doing this, the less valuable that becomes.
Yeah, but it's also just one niche. But mostly with podcasts, it's about maybe about finance, personal development, or just like entertainment.
Yeah.
But you also have like a lot of different niches where you don't even maybe you also have podcasts in those niches that are like untapped yet.
Right.
But you can also just show completely different shorts.
Yeah.
Like if you're into sports, you don't need to show a podcast at all.
Yeah.
But you can show anything related to your sports niche, or when you're traveling, like the top 3 cities to visit. I don't know. You can do it in a short form as well. You don't need anything from a podcast. So I think the podcast part is like an easy way to grow, because you can. People picked it because it's an easy way to grow, because you can leverage the names in the podcast.
I think it's easy to leverage the names and also easier to start.
Yeah.
You know, because there's like already good footage with like an individual with high authority, with a name, with whatever following, and you can just leverage that.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people do it as well, and it works. Or it worked. It's less effective now if you don't add any value, but it still works, because like leveraging authorities is very smart to do, especially in the beginning.
What kind of videos are you creating for the new case study channel?
The case study, it's called Club Footy, the shorts channel. It's in the football niche. Decided to go like in a very broad niche, because I want to hit 10 million views in 90 days. So I want a broad audience and an audience with a clear interest. Yeah. So the kind of shorts we are making right now is we're actually now experimenting with what works. For example, we do like a crazy assist, and we add some like nice cuts to it, and I like emojis a little bit. I don't know, like for example, when the player kicks the ball, you see like a flame when he's kicking the ball, like a very small, subtle flame. But it's like, and when somebody does it like a header, you see a small effect. Like, it's hard to explain, but we're experimenting with that. So basically, nice shots, nice free kicks, that kind of stuff. Of course, in football, you have a lot of crazy moments, like crazy tricks, panas, you know, that kind of stuff. Also, a lot of mistakes.
I'm the biggest football fan.
Yeah, you're the wrong guy for this. For example, I shared a video yesterday with one of my editors, and it was Suarez, a football player.
Okay.
And he was trying to aim for the goal, but the ball hit the keeper's hand, and he was like doing like this. It's a handsball. Well, it was a keeper, so it's allowed. Those kind of snippets, you can basically try and make a mix between entertainment, match highlights. Of course, the World Cup, we do some highlights. There are some big games that were played a couple of years ago. Yeah. For example, when Ronaldo is playing against Messi, those always do good. So right now we're like posting between 5 to 10 types of shorts. Yeah. And then see what works best. As for now, the match highlights work the best. And
match highlights.
Yeah, and the match highlights, we do it like in a creative way, so we don't just copy the match highlights, because.
And I think also if you do like a very recent match that was just talked about, you could probably jump on a trend. Like it's one of those things that like if they're playing like right now and you are able to get like a recording, or if they just play and you're able to get a recording like right away.
Yeah, we did it with the first game of Ronaldo. Expected to get more views. I think it got stuck at like only 4 or 5K, so that's not a lot. But it's a learning lesson, because of course when jumping on trends, you won't, like Ronaldo is a big player, so probably more people will post it as well.
So you're doing it.
It's hard to be the first mover, but if you get it, it can go pretty hard, I think. But right now it's just testing out, and all the shorts are around $3, so below $5.
$3. Yeah, exactly. So even below $5.
Yeah, and we're basically now experimenting with doing more highlights, but also because we did some nice free kicks with those effects I just told you. Those also did really well, like almost at the same level as the match highlights.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and those are a little bit more edited, so I think we'll slowly go more towards that way. And we also are experimenting now with custom voiceover and custom scripts.
Oh, for the football one?
Yeah.
So how does that look like?
Let me check it, because we've uploaded pretty recently. So let me get my channel in front of me.
So I'm curious how that looks like.
For example, the truth about Kylian Mbappe's ex-transgender. So apparently, football player has Mbappe, like one of the biggest at the moment, has a transgender girlfriend. So we made a short about that with a custom voiceover. We have Ronaldo now is in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And there was like a rumor that Messi will go to the same competition. So now we've created a custom short with a custom voiceover. Messi will probably play in the same league as Ronaldo. What do you think? Blah, 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 that kind of stuff.
Right.
So those are all custom.
Interesting. So how do you come up with those ideas?
It's mostly the video editor that, because he likes, like the freelancer, he likes football.
Okay.
So, and I told, like, I gave him a list of ideas, and I told him, like, if you can find some more ideas, just try it out.
How did you come up with that list idea? How do you come up with those ideas?
Or
like you said you gave him a list of ideas.
I just research, see what's working on other channels.
Okay.
And of course, I have the experience with, like, try that one. Yeah. So, with the experience from the other channel, you can basically do the same trick and do complete different niche. Doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Got it. All right. So there's a lot to unpack here. But basically, the way to go about starting a brand new shorts channel for $5 a video is to first and foremost to find a contractor or a freelancer on a freelance marketplace like Upwork.com. That's the one that we use most often. Okay. Now, the criteria that you want to look for is, for example, like Ron said, I was like, the freelancer is into football himself, so he's experimenting, he's trying different things. That could help, but the thing is, you have been working quite a while for that freelancer, so there's already like a lot of trust and loyalty between you two.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. In a case study, I will also show completed from scratch.
Right. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. And so find a freelancer. Should probably motivate him, and he should probably be interested in your niche. That will help. And start experimenting. Start creating shorts. Send him what he wants. Receive a sample or receive feedback from him, and then just go back and forth until you nail down the quality that you want. And if you're not able to nail down the quality with the first freelancer, that's okay. Try a second one. Not able with a second one, go with the third one. Now, there's a fine balance between how long are you think you should give time to one freelancer. Does he need more training, or is he just incapable of doing what you're looking for? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think as long as you see progression with every short, it's fine. But if he's making the same bad quality shorts after like 2 weeks or 1 week, maybe, like, just get rid of it and find a new one as soon as possible.
Yeah, like you should start with a pretty good quality, like what we did for our, editor who was editing my main channel videos, right? He didn't come on to the team editing exactly like we had in mind, but he came with a pretty good skill set already. And then by tweaking, by adjusting, by giving feedback, he's now making videos that I like quite a lot. You know what I mean?
No.
So
that's important.
Yeah. So find something which is like, I don't know, 70% good probably to what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And maybe even 60, I don't know, but like, above 50, obviously. And then that's a good indication that you will be able to adjust and give feedback to how you want it to be.
Yeah, and give it some time and patience, because it's very, very difficult in the beginning to find somebody right away that will understand what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So that probably won't happen. So at least look for the basic skills that they have. Like, it helps if you have a little bit of knowledge of video editing, maybe, so you can see what somebody's skills is and how quickly he adapts. And make sure to filter it out. Let him make a sample before you start hiring any freelancer whatsoever. Because they all claim to be like the best one out there, and that's simply not true.
Yeah. The name of the game in this automation space is, hiring people.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, that's the automation part of it. There's two parts to so there are 3 parts really to what we're talking about. First, there is the YouTube part. Okay. That's like you creating a media business or a content creation business, let's say. Second is the shorts part of it, which is the vertical short format video on YouTube. Okay. And then the third part is the automation part, which is you getting, people to make the videos for you. And then, you can do always like either a hybrid version. Think of it like a spectrum from left to right. Okay. To the far left, you're doing everything yourself, aka you're just like a content creator. To the far right, you own a company, you're overlooking the numbers, you have, people in place, who make all this content for you. Now, if you think that sounds too good to be true, there are actually huge content companies located in like Cyprus. I can't remember exactly what they are called later. I know them. I have a YouTube short about it actually. They are like proper big companies. They have it nailed down. Every video gets like millions of views and have very clear structure. But they have they hire actors who make content for like kids, like DIY stuff at home and all that. Look up on my main channel. I have a YouTube short about it where I say that this company owns like dozens of YouTube channels. So this is definitely possible. I mean, this is not like a one-hit wonder. And the thing that I want you to take away from this podcast is that oftentimes when we think about YouTube, we think about creating as a creator, right? Which is like creator, right? It comes from there. But you should realize that there are huge companies on YouTube that are run like businesses that just buy up channels that have potential, and then they implement their standard operating procedures, their systems, and they turn those into cash cows that generate millions of views, right? So it's definitely possible, and the name of the game is to just improve and get the best people in the industry. Now, the problem with that is that getting the best people in the industry costs money.
Money and especially also time.
Yeah. But like, if you are just starting out with automation and you have no money, well, you can't really automate anything. You have to start by yourself.
Yeah, or you need to have a side job.
Yeah, or you need to have a side job. But like Mr. Beast, he did everything himself for such a long time. His story about making $1, reinvesting that, and that snowballing, and then he's hired his first person, and he just hired one person a month. And so he now has like a team of like hundreds of people and everything, right? So that's the part. Like you look at Mr. Beast and you think, oh, like that's cool. But you don't see all the people behind him helping him out.
All the years.
And all their years and everything, right? But it's not just him. It's not just him and his friends and just a bunch of cameras. No, it's like a huge production team. The thing is, it's very specific to YouTube.
Yeah.
Because he was selling that whenever he would hire people from traditional media, it wouldn't work because they want to have everything.
Different mindsets.
Yeah, they want to have everything scripted. Hey, we can save $75,000 here if we just like have it scripted and everything. He's like, no, we need to have it. This like the nature of YouTube is this authenticity. The nature of YouTube is this little flair, not flair, but this little, there's a French word, I can't remember what it is, but the authentic experience, the emotion, the capturing on camera. And he even uses like Mr. Beast can afford 4K cameras, he said, but on purpose, he films in 180p because...
so it's less perfect,
Yeah, so it's less perfect. And they've actually done studies on this, and they've but they found that more amateurish video quality results in more trust between you and the viewer. And I think I got that also back from Tai Lopez, because he would always film like his videos with like a phone, right, and just walking around or whatever. And he would assume like, okay, that guy can hire people.
More relatable.
Yeah, exactly. More relatable is you feel like more, he's right there on the screen, you know what I mean? He's not just, it's not like professional like Grant Cardone and stuff like that, right? You can relate much more to it. But yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. The thing is, like, it all comes down to finding your own way with YouTube.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast is what that works, and we found out that there are many like 15 years when he started out.
Yeah.
But in the end, you just need to find out for yourself what's working, experiment, test things out. Yeah, and you have some tricks up the sleeve, to go viral. But in the end, like for example, I expect with the case study to already get more views with the new Ronaldo match, but it also didn't happen. So we were like looking for the next trend, for the next one, and that's basically what you always need to keep in mind when making shorts. But the good thing is when you can make shorts for $5, $3, you can start out pretty easily, do a lot of volume, then you can see what's working and do more of that. So it's still pretty low risk, even if you don't succeed in the first 100 videos.
Yeah, and I've seen people commenting that they've been implementing now shorts onto their long form videos as well. And I don't remember where it was, but I listened somewhere. I think it was the conversation between Todd, the guy from YouTube, and Mr. Beast. But they basically found, data showed that channels that post long and short form content grow bigger and faster.
Simple example, like if you have a top 10 channel for long form videos, you can do a top 3 in the short form, and people that want to see the full top 10, they go to the long form.
And by the way, another little thing that I want to mention here is not many people are talking about it, but YouTube Shorts with search traffic is undervalued right now. I made 195 days ago, a YouTube short. It's like YouTube automation, 3 tips for beginners or something. And I'm ranking on the first page when you search for YouTube automation. It's like the second or third YouTube short, basically in the top, whatever, right? And I'm getting 95% of, or even more, of the traffic from search. And you can see that it was like flatline, and then boom, it got ranked, it got picked up, and now I'm getting like 500 views every 48 hours on that short. So another thing to consider is that you can make a really good short rank aiming for search that can rank, and that can still that can bring in traffic. Yeah, shorts aiming for search traffic is undervalued. And when we had that mastermind with Yuri, someone asked him about that, I think, or we were talking or something like that. It was something like that. And he was like, oh yeah, I don't know about it yet. We'll have to see, blah, blah, blah. But I'm seeing it firsthand, and it's a real thing.
Yeah, but before, it was your short fund only, so you can earn anything. But right now with the monetization, you can earn more. So that makes sense, man.
We are recording this on the 27th of January, and the YouTube Shorts monetization should start in 3-4 days.
Yeah.
So that's going to be exciting, and we will going to be making more updates about that. So stay tuned for that. Because I think exciting things are going to happen, and we're going to have more data about how much people are going to start getting paid, what are going to be the RPMs and everything from shorts.
Per 1,000 views maybe would be very, very interesting. But
that'll be very interesting.
Everybody can get 1,000 views on the short.
Yeah,
almost everybody.
Yeah, let's see how many that is. But yeah, that's pretty much, I think, it for this podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening, watching, subscribing, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.